I never told my son what I kept in a building by the marina. When his wife started hunting for it, I made sure she'd never find the truth. While I was home, my shop foreman called me in panic. "Boss, your daughter-in-law is here. She's got a locksmith and a truck." I'd been waiting for this, and what I did next. I've run a boat repair yard on this marina for 40 years. Most people who drive past the north shed think it's exactly what it looks like. Rusted siding, a padlocked door, an old man's storage. That's the point. What's actually inside isn't mine to talk about. 3 years ago, a federal task force approached me about using it as a secure storage site. Cameras, motion sensors, an alarm wired to dispatch. In exchange for keeping quiet and my property looking abandoned, they pay a rate that's kept the yard afloat through 2 slow winters. My son doesn't know any of this. He runs the front counter, smiles at customers, handles invoices. He's never asked about the shed because why would he? Just an old building his father won't get around to fixing. His wife asked about it at dinner. "So what's actually in that storage building by the water?" she said, cutting her steak like it was nothing. "Feels like a waste of good waterfront land for a junk closet." I told her it was spare parts and dust. Nothing worth her time. She smiled and let it drop, but she didn't ask again that night. She didn't need to. I could see her turning it over. 3 weeks of her circling after that. Developer contacts, tax estimates, a folder with a red circle drawn around the building on a printed map. "You never have to lift a finger," she told me. "I know people who'd pay real money for this lot." I told her I'd think about it. A woman like that, you let her keep coming until she shows you exactly what she's after. The crack came when my son's delivery van got towed. 90 days delinquent, the driver said. My son swore he'd never missed a payment. His wife handles the account. I made a call that afternoon. Took less than 3 days to find out she was $40,000 deep to a man who doesn't do payment plans, and that she'd been quietly skimming from my son's shop account for months trying to keep her head above water. The van was just the first thing to slip through. That's when I understood what she was really doing with her tax printouts. She needed one big score to make her debt disappear before her husband found out how deep it went. So I gave her one. I had a folder built, a fake manifest, recovered marine electronics, pulled off decommissioned boats, valued at $400,000, sitting off the books in the north storage building. I left it in a drawer she'd already tried to pick once. I made sure she'd find it. She did. I watched her photograph every page with her hands shaking. 2 days later, I heard her on the phone in the driveway, voice low. "There's a warehouse," she said. "My father-in-law's. Nobody's watching it. Worth 400 grand. Give me the crew. I'll get you the door codes." I already knew where this was going. Tonight, I was home watering tomatoes when my phone rang. My foreman, Ray, 18 years on the floor with me, voice tight with panic. "Boss, your daughter-in-law is here. She's got a locksmith and a truck." I didn't flinch. "Let her in, Ray," I said. "Don't call the police. Don't stop her. Pull the guys back and let her walk right up to that door." "You sure about this?" he said. "She looks like she means business." "I'm sure," I told him. "Let her cut every lock in the place if she wants to. Tonight she finds out exactly what kind of trap she's been building for herself." I'd been waiting 3 months for this exact moment. She crossed that yard with 2 men and bolt cutters, cut the chain, and punched in door codes copied off paperwork I planted myself. The second she and her men crossed that threshold, the whole lot lit up like daylight. Agents came from 3 directions, weapons raised, shouting for everyone to hit the ground. The 2 men went down without argument. She didn't go quietly, screaming it was a misunderstanding that she was visiting family property, right until an agent had her face down in the gravel, wrists zip-tied behind her back. My son was in the truck with me the whole time, watching every second on the feed I'd set up weeks earlier. He didn't say a word until she screamed his name through the windshield. He turned to me pale and asked, "Dad, why didn't you tell me?" "I just did," I said. "There wasn't a lawyer alive who could talk her way out of federal agents and a video record." Charges followed for all 3 within the week. My son filed for divorce before she made bail.